Hello, my friends. Let me get out of the way of my camera. I hope you are well today. We are going to be continuing our coloring page from R.J. Hampson's A Frog's Tale, and it's literally my favorite coloring book right now, and I want to color every single page. So I put a link in the comments and you can find everything you see today on it. I'm going to go through the supplies we're using today real quick. I know I do this every time, but just so you know, first of all, it's A Frog's Tale by R.J. Hampson. And I cut pages out because I like to be able to move and such. And I don't want to, I press hard and I don't want to indent the next page. Then you will be seeing pages from my swatch book, which you can also get on Amazon, and that's what we're doing here. We're keeping track, and we're also viewing what colors that we use. Oh my gosh, my desk is extra full today, and I keep track of all the colors from my color pencils on these swatch pages. And okay, what else? So here you see my set of 300 colored pencils, and actually I really like them. They're doing a great job. They blend well. I think they're a really great budget colored pencil. Did I need 300 of them? No. So they're smaller sets, so that's okay to use 2. I need to see what comes in what set because I have some fairly small pencils already because the lead is broken inside, and apparently that's my life now. Additionally, this case you can find in the link as well, and it holds like 380 something colored pencils. So that's basically what we're using today. And also I put a link in to find me all over the internet. I would recommend joining my Facebook group to stay up to date with what we're doing. Share any color pages, not just from my coloring book. Share all your awesome coloringness. I think I gotta let a friend know that we are live right now. She's a little busy, but she asked me to. Okay, then what else? I think that's it. Oh yeah, so just let you know, I got my lunch shake going on here. So you'll hear me shaking. And I recently got this AFMAT pencil sharpener. I don't know if I'll use it during the live because it is so loud and it hurts my brain. So I'll try not to use that unless I get really frustrated. Then I'll try to remember to mute the mic. I got this T-Gal sharpener and I don't like it. I don't know. I thought I would like it, and it's kind of hard for me to sharpen, and it makes a little indent in the lead, which I'm not sure how I feel about. I usually use the Prismacolor Scholar, but I was hoping to find, something that might work for me better, although that works good too. It's just that with having to ship stuff to me on this little island, I think things get kind of beat up. So, yeah, that's what's going on today. So, be sure to invite your friends or share this video. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you like. I hope you join in and invite your friends. Yeah, join my Facebook group. It's fun there. Well, I'm trying to make it fun. All right. Now, my desk is so full because I decided to put some pencils in some jars because I have another project coloring page that I'm doing using the Color pencils. And usually I will not use the same pencils on 2 different ones because of this, but I wasn't thinking really. So, life. Um, yeah. So, all right. Okay. I'm going to take my face off here and we are going to get coloring. I'm very excited. I love this page. I love this book. Okay. Now, I'm going to get you guys a little closer here. Hopefully. Maybe. And let's see. Like, I'm like, I need a bigger desk. Or need like another like mobile part of it or something. All right. Oh, I'm kind of shaky. So, on Monday, we were working on the raspberry leaves / kind of working on the circular vine thing. And I was thinking I wanted to go a little brown with it, but I got a little ahead of myself and did a lot of green on there. Sorry, I'm like hungry, so I'm drinking my shake. Today, I think I want to work on this, just that part. And then I'm feeling compelled to work on the flowers and the bee. And I guess I was leaving this until last because that's what a friend does. My friend Angela, she's going to leave this for last. And I thought maybe that was a good idea for me too. So I thought I would do that. All right, so let's pick some browns. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So I got some light brown things going on. And I think the color set has, those are some color palettes that I was making up. Put that off to the side. The color set has some good brown selection. I think what we got to think about here is what kind of browns that we want to use. I think a kind of mixture of both light and dark. But do I want to go the red or the orange way? I think it's just going to have to depend. I definitely, 171 is popping out at me. And so we'll go through and try and find that here. Okay, 171 for a little bit of a dark. And I think I like the 167, so I'm going to grab that as well. So always grab colors that kind of call to me. Always need like a highlight. I think I'm going to go with 36. And grab 60. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh no. Excuse me. Okay. If I can find it, 60. And maybe a little bit darker even, like 186 for some darks. We'll grab that for now. You can always grab, 183, final. 173, 183. Okay. All right, we grab those for now. We may grab more. And let's continue. I'm very excited. And if you are viewing this on Facebook and just don't have time today and want to watch it another time, a great place to find all the videos will be on my YouTube page. They'll be in order and all that. Well, reverse order, I guess. But they'll be there and much easier to find. Okay. So we already did some green. Now, I may have to grab the greens to be able to blend into the browns, which is unfortunate because that's kind of kind of a lot of work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm sorry for being the way that I am, I guess. So we need 273, often a color that I use. And we have some 128 in here. Let's see, where's that? And let's see, we got some other lighter greens. I'm not going to grab them all. I'll try not to grab them all, because I don't feel like I need them all. But we'll have to do some blending, I think. Probably 104. Okay, maybe that'll work all right. So I'm going to go ahead and do some light coloring with these guys. Okay, let's see. Is my T-Gal sharpener going to work today for me? I don't know. I've been having so much breakage. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. There's like this little bitty line that it's been putting on the pencils, and I don't know if that's like weakening them, like indent line. And it feels like I have to push really hard in this for it to sharpen at all. I'm using the pointiest point, which is my preference. But I guess I don't need it in a super point. These details aren't like the tiniest, which is nice. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and I'm lightly coloring where I'm hoping to blend the browns with the greens, and I'm definitely going to color over where I already colored with some brown. So it'll probably look a little weird, but I think it'll be all right. But that's what's nice about these yellowy greens, is that they'll blend a little bit better into the browns than the bluey greens. So we'll kind of do that a little bit. We got some darker. This is the dark. And we'll just do a little bit like so. So we're also blending a little bit into the existing greens. Hopefully I don't get so tired as I did last time. I got all kinds of stuff to do today. Well, not really all kinds. I did the dishes, which is always something I feel super proud of, because I loathe the dishes. And if you haven't noticed, my hands are pretty naked. All of my rings are at the shop, at the jewelry shop right now. I had to get the ones that I recently got while on vacation sized correctly. And I got like another band for my wedding ring, so I wanted to get those attached. And then I had a ring on this finger, which you can still see the indent. And I wanted to get it cleaned. So everything is at the shop. I just figured do it all at one time and get it done. And I am excited for everything to fit better, because I really liked that rose gold ring I was wearing, but it like felt really loose, and I was afraid if I went swimming or something with it, it would fall off. And I'm someone who just cannot remove my rings or else I lose them. In which I was wearing a ring on my thumb for literally like 10 to 15 years, and I removed it one time when I was beekeeping, because that ring kept breaking the gloves that I was wearing. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll just be smart and remove it. Hi, let me know you're here. Say hello in the comments. We are coloring in R.J. Hampson's A Frog's Tale, literally my favorite coloring book right now. And we are lightly coloring in some green so that we can make it more brown. Some blending stuff. And then I was talking about my ring. So anyway, I took off this ring. I put it in my pocket, which I had done like one time successfully before. And then I lost it. Never to be seen again. And I'm very upset about it still because I had that ring for so long. Ugh. I'm like so tired of manually sharpening pencils. I can't even tell you. Okay, so we're keeping track of our colors here. And, ooh, this brown is kind of nice. Burnt Umber, 186. It's like, I think it's more chocolate brown than like, it looks like almost a darker version of milk chocolate. Not dark chocolate, but definitely milk chocolate. We're using colored pencils, and surprisingly, they're kind of like, I've been gravitating towards them lately, and it's maybe because there's so many color options. I'm not 100%. Hello, be sure to say hi in the comments. Okay, so we are going to do some coloring over where we have already colored green. It's going to look a little muddy, but I want, you know, when you look at plants, it has various colors. And then for cane plants like raspberries, the older wood gets wood, like the older plant branches, they get a little woody. So I want to kind of emulate that a little bit. And I'm someone, if you're new, I like coloring things more realistic colors. And I feel like when you do that, it automatically makes things match better, if that makes any sense. Like, you don't have to do as much thinking, like, because you don't, because that's how it would be in the world. So let me know if you're here, and what are you working on this week? Are you coloring this coloring page? I would love to know. And tell me if you, well, hopefully you can hear me. It seems like everything's going fine on my end. But we're just coloring, and hopefully we'll only need a few more sessions of coloring together. And I think I'm also working on a mermaid page, and that is a freebie from Jazz Higgins, and it's going a little bit better than I thought it would. I had a lot of trouble starting the page. And so now we're in a place kind of where there's no color already. So I'm going to go ahead and do like I would normally do. And I'm doing some darks where the shadows would be. And we're doing light right by these because they're going to be probably a green color. Like, I kind of like how he does multiple flowers on like the one branch, but it's also kind of hard to make colors work together, like when blending, because different plants are different kind of greens or different kind of browns. And I think it'll turn out okay. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm missing my regulars again today. Can't wait to get my rings back though. This is like that one time I took off that one ring and I lost it, and so like I literally never take off my rings, and most of them have not been cleaned or anything, and so it'll be nice to see them all bright and shiny again. Okay, now was it 03? 167 was that regular color, that be brown color that I thought would look nice. And that is chocolate. I don't think, well, I guess it's kind of like Hershey's. I don't know. It's a little bit orangey to be like super chocolatey, I think, but this would be the mid-range kind of. We're doing like a lighter pressure with this because I want to use a lighter color over top of it, I think, because that's what my mind is telling me to do. I think I make a lot of art decisions like pretty intuitively. Sometimes it's really hard to like describe what I'm doing or why I'm thinking the way I am. Hopefully this doesn't look awful. Or dead. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not loving it, but I don't hate it. But we definitely needed a little more brown because we got this guy, the stump house, to do. And things kind of look better when you repeat colors a little bit. You don't have to be exactly the same, but it helps, I think. Cohesiveness. Oh my gosh. So yesterday I was cooking and I could not remember the name of a vegetable, and I was like thinking really, really hard. I was trying to describe it to Dan because we bought this package of this vegetable for the air fryer. It was like specifically made to use in the air fryer, and it's a frozen one. And I'm like, dang it! I really wanted to use that one green, veggie for the air fryer, and I can't remember the name, and it was getting so frustrating. And I was like, Sparkle, the sparkle, Dan. And sparkle is asparagus in German. So, I mean, At least I could remember it in some language, but I could not remember it in English. And it like was so funny to me that I could not remember it in English. Okay, I don't love this color. Good thing I didn't write it down yet. Okay, I need not that color. What am I looking at here? Maybe. What is this? Oh, 36. It's a little yellow. Maybe I need like 298. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if that works better. Seems the same. They look different. So I was using 3.6. Huh. Oh well. We'll roll with it. Camel yellow. That's what it's called. These are in my way. Oh my gosh. I do this to myself every time. Ooh. It looks not great. Oh well. Sometimes it happens. It's about time for me to redo my nails. I got some lifting going on. I'm going to do the same thing. The sparkles make me happy. Yeah, it's not the worst. It's not the best. Mistakes were made. It'll look fine. Grabbing the 186 to do some shadows. I may have screwed the circle part up, but well, hey Stacy, I was just wondering where my regulars were. getting a little lonely. We're trying to get this done. I may have screwed up this part, but it is what it is. We'll make it look as good as we can. Glad to have you. Do you have this book? I just love his illustrations. I wish I liked more of his books. I have the pirate one, but it's not calling me as much as this one does. And then I was like really wanting to buy another one of his. But the other ones he has just aren't really my style, I guess, which is disappointing. Oh yeah, I always, I know people have lives, more than me. It's just life, I guess. But for me, this is the best time I can go. At least the videos are viewable later. Now, where were we? 20? Nope. 167. Here we are. We're using Color colored pencils. The 300 set. I've actually been gravitating towards them lately. Even over my Prismacolors for some reason. I think it's because they have less dust. So it makes things a little bit cleaner. Oh, it is so cute. Like, I literally want to color every single page. I think I'll post about it in the group, but I think I'll start another page by him after I'm done with my mermaid page. And it won't be a color along like this, but I'll just be like, do you guys want to color this too? We can share later what it looks like. Kind of like how I did for the mermaid page. Okay, this is not bad. I'm bringing it from the edge of looking terrible to looking okay. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? It's loud, Stacy, the AFMAT sharpener. So I posted in the group and I asked if that's a normal sound. So if you could go to the group and listen and tell me if that's a normal sound, I would like it. I've literally never had an electric pencil sharpener before, and it like hurts myself. It hurts me to hear it, but I just need some affirmations on if that's normal electric pencil sharpener sound. It does a good job, but it does. So, okay, so I'm just going to talk about this real quick. So you know how it has this mover thing. Unfortunately, like this is off center a little bit. So if it's all the way back, it sharpens crooked. Like where one side of the wood is longer than the other. Kind of like that, but more dramatic. Especially on the pencils with more thicker lead. So if I put it like barely like that, it sharpens more straight, but it's like hard to keep it there. So I think I need to like fold up a piece of paper or something and keep it like right there. But the sound, it hurts. I think when I use it, if I use it today while I'm going, and I'll only do that if the pencils keep breaking, but I'll turn off the sound. Did you listen to it? That sounds not right, because I'm getting various opinions. Okay, so I'm gonna call that part done, and we're gonna put these pencils away. And then let's see, what should we work on next? I really drawn to these, so we'll work on those next. But I gotta put these away while I'm here before I forget. Oh, well, the frustrating thing for me is returning stuff from here is a really big pain in the butt. And I don't know, maybe, I don't know. 186, where did we find that? Oh, here. So I have to really decide if that is worth sending. Like, is that the worst thing ever for me? I don't know. 171 is by 167, which I think is also. Or 299. This is the hardest thing about. But I got the notification that it was delivered. But I don't know. I don't know. I just have to decide if it's worth the trouble, to be honest. 34. Because, yeah, I don't know. 60. Dark yellow. Sorry, this is probably the most annoying part of this whole process. This is 36. Where did I? 297 and 44. Interesting. I got some stuff out of order here. I think that's what's going on. I'll have to fix it later. I don't have the patience for this. Remind me to fix it later. And the greens, even though we will be using greens, but I'm not sure which greens we'll be using. Got 122, and this is why I need to label my thing itself. I also don't have really the patience to do this either, so I'm gonna guess. And yeah, actually I do know this one does go over here. I do know that. This one goes here. So I got some pencils out for the mermaid page I'm working on. Okay, so those look like bluebells to me. And will that look cute? Or will that look weird? Let's see. We're going to share screen. And, because this is what I always do, and we're going to look up what bluebells look like. Oh, they're more purple, so that's probably good. They look close enough. Well, they're purpley blue. They're nice. So now, what sort of purpley blue do you want to kind of look like that? Or, sorry about my arm in the way. What would you guys pick? More blue or more purple? You ordered a Pro Color Chinese white pencil, which was supposed to be there yesterday. Yes. Is that like a grease pencil? That's what I know of Chinese pencils. That they're usually grease pencils, or they're called grease markers sometimes. Oh, California Blue Belt. That's what we'll look up. That looks more closer. Although these are open up straight, and not down, so that's a little bit different. Ooh, that's not what I want. Oh, it's a Derwent. Oh, okay. Usually, okay, the Chinese white stuff usually is like a really opaque white, isn't it? What? The image. Just the image. There we go. I don't know if I want that blue. I think we're going to go with more purpley. Sorry to be indecisive. You know, like this one. Woof. Okay. Oh, wow. Seems worth it, though. I mean, like, if it will draw over other things and still be a peak, that'll be cool. Okay. So, we're looking at these colors, and they are some dark purple, but not this kind of purple. They're more like bluey purple. Okay. So, like, 074. Where are we here? Next page. Oh, my box. Just gotta find them. There we go. Well, that's called purplish blue. Then let's go with the 285 for some darks. And then let's look at this light. What do you think? 264 or 270? 264 is more purple. 270 is more blue. I think I'm going to go with 270. Periwinkle blue. And we need some very light blue purple, so we'll get 264 as well. These are all very close in color, so hopefully when we're coloring it will we'll be able to notice more. I think we'll probably add white to it as well. And then I'm looking at like this right here, these colors, to get those like darker, and there's a little bit like more purple there. But what kind of purple? That looks close. 143. Oh, here we go. Light Wisteria. And then, for good measure, I'm going to get more of a blue. I think 91. Okay. Now, I always pull out more than I need, usually. that pencil and Whole Beans Soft White are your two favorite white pencils. Prisma comes in third. Yeah, I like the Prisma. I haven't tried the other ones that you're talking about, but I think the Prisma is a really nice white because like it blends with other colors really easy. I haven't like used them mixed with other brands, but I could see it being very helpful in a lot of applications. Okay, so let's look at this. You know, one thing, we don't really see the inside. We'll go with the lighter purple like this of the inside. And we'll try anyway. Grab my white. Oh, it's up here. Okay. I don't really like my T-Gal sharpener. You should just know that. I don't think you were here, but I don't know if you could see it. But can you see? You might have to zoom in. That little line, it's like putting an indent in the lead. And I feel like I have to press really hard for it to sharpen. And I don't know. It just makes me unhappy. And I thought I would like it more, but I don't. Okay. So, what was the super light purple was 264, which was the ultramarine violet. Oh, you know, this isn't, because it is more blue. It's not purple. Okay, so we'll write this down. So we're going to do very light. Oh, good, we do have a closed one. Obviously, these aren't bluebells because that one's like completely open, but whatever. That's called artistic license. Very light. Do you want me to zoom in? How are we feeling about this view today? I'm feeling unsure. Ugh. And some I'm going to do even lighter than others to get a sort of variation. If you notice, usually on plants, like the older flowers on ones that flower like this are lighter because they're fading, and the newer flowers, which on this one are on the end, they're getting more saturated in color. So I should have did this one lighter than this. That's okay. But I like to make them varied. I like to make them a little different from each other because that's how it is in the real world. That's how I roll. And sometimes I get ahead of myself. Okay, so that was that. And then we want, let's grab that 270 because it's more blue. I don't know if you'll actually be able to tell. I hope me keeping track of my colors is at least helpful for you because I actually cannot see myself going back and looking. Oh, thank you. It's about time for me to do fill on them because I'm getting some lifting. But I really like them too. It's a new polygel color for me. Then, you weren't here, but I was talking talking about how the rings are gone. They're at the jeweler's getting sized and cleaned. Because I don't know if you're with the rest of my wedding ring, and one of my rings needed cleaning. Oh, am I back? Hello? I thought my internet went out there for a second. It looks like it's kind of bad. It looks like I'm kind of freezing, but can you at least hear my voice okay? It is a little slow. And it went away, and then it came back. But yeah, so my rings are at the jeweler's getting resized and cleaned. And one ring I have needed to be, the band needed replaced because it was ultra thin. Hopefully it'll fix itself. I can't really do anything about it. So hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, it does look a little laggy. Apologize for that. You know, internet will be. I don't know why. Sorry. Onto. Will it work? Okay, I turned the phone on to, oh gosh. I don't know. I turned it on to my data. So we'll see how this works. If not, then, oh my God. I don't know what to do. Internet is being poor. Let's see. If it keeps cutting out, we may just have to end it today, which would be unfortunate. I turned it on to my cell phone data. I don't know if that will be helpful or not. It looks all right. Okay. Give it a few minutes and see. Oh, good. I didn't drink all my shake. seems okay for a second. Okay, so we're looking at our bluebells, and I want to do my more blue. What is it? Violet Lake. That was 91. More blue. It's not too bad now. It's had a blip. Maybe it helped that I turned it onto my phone data. Maybe. Uh-oh. Still freezing? I don't know. It says there's 3 people here. Of course there's 3 people here when everything's going wrong. Seems okay. I mean, it's a little laggy. Is it terrible? Let me know what you think. Oh yeah, I better write this down. It'd be frustrating. I had to end early last time because I was so tired. Seems like it's okay right now. Okay. Now, I think I want to go the more purple route. We got more purple in like the closed one. So what was the 143 was light wisteria. I think that's a great purple for this here. Then we'll add a little bit of purple. These guys. You know, I did forget about light direction. Add a little bit purple as kind of a shadow too. Ooh, that looks cute. I like it. Add a little bit of purple inside here as well. Because I think it'll look nice. I like how this will be a little bit pop of different kind of color. Okay, I want to get the blue again. Do I want the blue or is it 270? We'll do periwinkle, I think. And no, more of a blue for this guy. And we'll go over it with the periwinkle, I think. A little more blue on this one, I meant. Then the periwinkle blue. Sorry about the poor internet blip, but it seems like it's back now. Looks good. Super cute. Doo-doo-doo. I'm going to grab a little bit more of that purple, which I can write down, of course. 143. more blending of the purple here. I'm kind of create some shadow. Probably can do a little bit of that with the darker colors too. Let's see, what did I decide on the dark colors? 285 and 74. I'm going to use the 285 for some dark. Ooh, this one feels nice. Oof. Dark. Gotta sharpen this up a little bit. Ugh, broke it. But just the tip. How freaking annoying. Okay. Do it on the very edge and maybe like a little bit up for some lines in the flower, and right here where this would cover up the petal a little bit. Back to the periwinkle, blend that in a tiny bit. Then grab our white here. Take our white and we're going to blend it out towards the edges. Here, like this. Like sometimes that works well to push, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of just depends. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So if we look at these little, I think they're called stamens here. These are white, but I'm going to do a little bit of yellow for some contrast. Kind of maybe like the pale yellow. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work fine. We'll put that down. Oh, I hope Stacy comes back. Seems like things are working fine now. Okay, so do similar with everything else. We got this. We decided the 285 for the dark shadows. So we're going to do that down here. A little bit up on the edges. Then I'm going to grab the 270. Where is it? The periwinkle blue, and I'm going to use this as a blend instead of white to keep these colors sort of bright. Yes. Now, where were we? Working on other ones. These ones are lighter. So let's grab, I'm going to use the light wisteria here on the edges just for shadow. A little bit inside. I'm going to grab again the ultramarine violet, and I'm going to kind of put a little bit more of that in here. kind of make it blend out. Then the Violet Lake, I'm going to put it on the little lines of the flower here and color a little bit over this purple we put down. And take our white and blend out again. Hello, welcome back. If you were here earlier, struggled with the connection a little bit, but I think it's fine now. So we're using this white as a blender because it kind of adds a little bit of paleness to the flower here. It takes away some of the vibrancy, and that is exactly what happens to older flowers while they're blooming and then being done blooming. They lose their vibrancy. Grab my periwinkle blue here. Try to put a little bit more color into the spots that look a little blotchy. And right here where there would be shadow, and I'll take that white again and lightly blend that a little bit here. Okay, then our little yellow, the little stamens. Very good. Okay, then this one should be mediumly. Not as dark as this, but not as light as that. That is what we're going for. I'm going to take the ultramarine violet. That's a little bit more purple than the 270. I'm going to go ahead and just pull these colors up a little farther. And we're going to again grab the violet ultramarine, and I'm going to do a little bit of shadow shade. I'm going to do that here too, even though I kind of already did what I could do there. I think just a little bit more is needed. Give it some definition by giving it some little lines. Okay, now go ahead and blend this, usually using the white again. I'm really liking how these are turning out. Super cute. Super cute. I binge watched The Great, the new season 3 came out, and there was some interesting twists, I'll say. I'm kind of disappointed in, to tell you the truth. I also finished watching the Queen Catherine, which is an offshoot of Bridgerton. That was really good, actually. And, okay, hold on. Let's look at our reference image here. Isn't that interesting? Look at how the top of the stem is a little bit purpley. And then it goes into more of a deeper green. Very interesting. So, because of that, I'm going to go ahead, just very lightly use some of this Violet Ultramarine 285, and I'm going to do a light shadow mark just at the top of these vines. You know what I don't like? This one doesn't connect. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw it in. Ow. I've been doing that with some stuff lately. Let's put it kind of like here. And then I just use whatever black pen I have on hand. It probably would be better if I use like my fine liners, but alas. Oh, I forgot about this one. So this one also. Okay, so how are we going to color this guy exactly? Firstly, I'm going to color these little pollen things. What would the inside look like, you think? So now this is a made-up flower. So we'll try to go even lighter with the ultramarine violet and periwinkle blue. Since we did like pretty wet light on the inside, so that's kind of how we'll try to emulate that a little bit. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do there. What would you do? Okay, I'm going to grab the darker blue and just put it on the edges there, and maybe just a little bit, like a little bit in here. I'm just kind of tapping down and not really like making heavy marks. Adding a little bit of shadow with this blue. I'm going to do that also with the light wisteria, just to give it a little bit of cohesiveness with the other flowers. I'm going to add that light wisteria to the tops of the vines like we see in the picture here. We'll add some green to it too. Add a little bit of this blue, or I guess it's ultramarine violet. We're going to do that mostly green. What do you think we should do for that center bit? I think I'll do going to do this, but I'm going to color it. I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to use white. Then I'm going to go back with this periwinkle blue and very lightly put it over the white areas we have left here. We're going to use our white pencil to, again, kind of blend everything together the best we can. And I'm going to go white over this part to kind of lighten it up. There. And what I want to do is bring back our darks a little bit to give it a little more definition and shadow. Yeah. There we go. One thing, I feel like the definition and shadow is missing from the center bit. So what I want to do, I'm going to grab, I think 293 is here. I'm going to grab my 293 and just give it a little bit something. There. You won't really be able to tell that from the video, I don't think, but okay. Now we need to go back to green. Did we end up using this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. Great. Okay, we got all those marked down for colors used. Now we need to grab the right kind of green. So this green reminds me, it's a little bit olivey. So let's look at our greens here. We're on this page, I think. I think we got 108. Seems like a good place to start. Okay. I'm gonna just go in light at first. Yeah, that totally. Go back to our light wisteria to do a little bit of blending here. With this purple and green. It looks weird, but that's how it looks on the picture. And I do want a darker green for, as always, I picked 273. I'm going to go in on the edges very carefully. To the best of my ability. Do a light layer of this darker green in here. And finalize this with the 108. Good. I need my brush here. Okay. Great. So now I'm looking, and I think I want to decide that maybe these leaves here are perhaps a part of these. So I want to make them the same colors. I'm going to also do the end bits in some purple. I might even do like pretty dark in this purple so that you can really tell that it is like new growth. Go down lightly. Looks like we gotta add some endings to these too. This doesn't seem like the same, but maybe we'll color it the same as these when we get there. Or the same as this. I'm not sure yet. But it doesn't feel the same as that. So now we do actually got some green, but I don't think this particular image has any leaves on it. But we can pretend that maybe, look at how this is more green. We'll do something like that for the leaves. So of course we got that green and that green, and we want to grab something a little brighter than the 108. Where is it? 108. Let's go with 107 or 281. I'm gonna go with 281 because I always use 107. If I can find 281, which is perhaps not in its correct spot. Yes, 281 is light matcha. This will be good. $281. Okay, so we will use that for the edges where the light might hit these leaves, like so. Same here. And a little bit further down, since they get lighter since the vine gets lighter. Now, do we want to leave this one as is and pretend it connects here, or do we want to put in some ending? I'm going to go ahead and do this and pretend that it connects here with everything else. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute. I'm going to go with our next green, our light olive 108. I'm going to put that on these little leaves here. Kind of excited. We're totally going to finish this element today, which I feel like we hardly ever finish an entire element in one day. Now it looks kind of weird right now with the, oops, forgot these guys, with the purple. But it'll look like the other ones, hopefully, when we're done here. I'll probably grab that light matcha again and do a little blending with it. And I'm going to go ahead and do a light layer of this 108. Before I bring in the 273. For some shadows. Let's see if I can. Hey, MB Heritage, how are you? Long time. We're just coloring. That's what I do now. Trying to get this to a nicer point feeling. Okay. Kind of nicer, but okay, so what we're going to do is try to get on the edges here to make that little bit of shadow. Ooh, it's broken. This was one thing I didn't like about purchasing pencils that aren't open stock. So I would, normally getting low on a pencil, I would purchase a new pencil of that color. But these cheaper pencils, they don't sell them open stock. It's really a shame, to be honest, because I don't know if they would just make more money because people need to replace pencils all the time. But, here we are. So I'm adding this dark. It's going to break here. I might have to try the electric sharpener. Some shadow. Add in shadow here too. And some here at the base of these little leaves. Grab that light matcha and do that blending thing I was talking about. when we get done with these elements, I think we'll end it for today and pick up again on Friday. That's pretty exciting. I'm pretty proud. I really need a better sharpener, man. People were bragging about this. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Got that to a point. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do a little bit light because I think I want to take that matcha over it as well. So medium pressure, light pressure in some spots. We're gonna bring it up the purple. I might take the purple and draw over the top again. Now, we decided that was a raspberry blossom. I think they're white. Let's see real quick. Raspberry blossom. Oh, it can be various colors, but mostly white, I think. But when they're, what do they look like when they're just starting? Here's one. And they're pretty light white. We can do that. Maybe we'll make it a little bit like that color there. Go back to wherever we were. Here we were. I do want to do that one because that we have left. Oh, right. Okay. Before I get crazy, go ahead and get this to a point again. And we're going to go over the very ends of this. Oh yeah, we were going to grab the matcha too. And there we go. And the matcha, I'll make that pointed again too. I'm trying to be so careful with these. I've been having such trouble breaking pencils lately. Okay. Just putting that in places that looks like we forgot or missed some white bits down here because we noticed that stuff gets lighter as it goes down the little stem. We're not going to bother trying to connect this one. We'll just pretend like it does. Okay, very good. Now, let's look at this guy before we get too crazy and finish. It's not what I want. Open image. Here we go. So we're just going to do it like a pink, I guess. A pinky purple. Let's see. 74 was pretty bright. I'm just going to go ahead and do it very lightly. Like this. I'm going to grab a pink. think we're pretty much done with the light wisteria, but I'm going to grab a very light pink, like 5-1. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up like this. Oh gosh, I hope I'm on screen. Pull it up like this. And then a very light hand coloring the entire blossom there. I'm also going to grab this pink macaroon just for a little bit pinker. I'm not marking these down because I feel it's so insignificant. And then I'm going to use a white and blend them up again. Try to pull it up to the top of the tip of the blossom. Kind of tell, kind of not. You know what we didn't do? Add shadow. So I just grabbed this light wisteria because it was standing there. And I'm doing some shadow on the little greens and at the little tip and on the back side. I'm going to grab the white again and see if I can blend that up just a little. Right. There. Okay, so I'm going to call that done for today. And pretty low participation today, which was a little disappointing. I did have some internet troubles, which is life, I guess. And I hope that you had fun with me. We're getting closer and closer to finishing this page. Hopefully we'll finish another element next time. I'm proud that we finished what we finished today. We did this. We did the bluebells, these little vines. And since we forgot before, we colored this. Next time, we'll probably move on to, I think I want to move on. I want to finish up here before I move and finish down here. At least that's where my head is going. I'll probably, for cohesiveness, when I do this, I'm probably going to color it like a sunflower. When I do this, I'll probably use the greens down here as well. And here. That's just my plans. Excuse me. And I probably will bring it up to there too. I don't know. I'll probably do even more of a yellow green, but that's just me thinking a little bit. So, anyhow, I'll be back Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, and hopefully I'll see you then. Until next time, thank you for hanging out, and